Hey guys, how's it going? I'm in my brother's room because View's home and I needed to get away to update you guys. So I rested yesterday. I still feel very drained. I still feel very like neutral. That's what I would say. I don't feel like low. Like I don't feel necessarily I don't say drained. I just feel neutral. Yeah, I don't feel super tired or super energized. But so many things keep going on in my mind for me to do, like, and it's overwhelming. And as I was getting ready to update you guys, God told me what it was, so I'll update you guys on that too. But yesterday I picked you up from the airport. She's back from Puerto Rico and it feels so good to have her back. And so this is the first time I've had her in this, like, I know this sounds crazy, but every time I experience like refinement and God elevates me. Oh, I didn't pray. Okay. God, thank you for speaking His name. Amen. I keep my iPad. So many things are going through my head. I'm tired and I feel I have no energy. I feel overwhelmed. I feel I need support. I need like other people to help me right now. But then I also feel like I'm in exactly what I prayed for. I have so much abundance. I'm in such alignment. I'm able to release and let God just flow. I feel so eager and excited to just do the things that have been on my heart from God. I feel both. So it's just like a lot, and I just have to give myself grace because I know I'm just adjusting. And that's where it's like I can tell prior when God would refine me and I would experience like revelation, revival, right before I would really receive and like step into the revival, right? Because it's like refinement, pressure, uncomfortableness, everything around you, you're like, nothing feels right, like, revelation, it's like boom, because God's moving you, God's this, God's highlighting this, like you can't live this way, you have to go to this, all this stuff, right? There's kind of that little time between revelation and revival that I almost revert. You're trying to revert back, but you can't because of what God's revealed to you and like what's been awakened. So you literally can't. So it's almost the discomfort of wanting to go back, but you can't, pushes you to revival. Yes, that's where I'm at right now. Ooh, thank you, Spirit. Because it feels so good to just let out. This is okay. This is normal. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not bad. I'm not a bad daughter to God. Like, I just get so hard on myself. So I took the day off yesterday from taking any videos, which is, I haven't done that in forever because I just love talking to you guys. That's how I know I am emotionally, spiritually adapting to a new dynamic. Like, there's certain signs and I'm like, oh, you're overwhelmed, because I'll start to plan. I start to want to control. Certain things are a little more discreet and you can cover up as, oh, well, I'm just excited. Like, I'm just excited that God is giving me opportunities that I want to plan what to do. I want to plan that. Like, I'm an event planner now. I got booked. You guys, I signed the contract. Did I tell you guys about that? Oh, yes, I told you. I updated you guys about how I just became the event planner, but a contract has officially been signed and the deposit has been officially made. So it's just like concrete. So when I start to think about that stuff, it's like, well, I need to think about that stuff. Like, I'm okay though. Like, I'm okay. And I am okay, but it's like avoiding what's really going on internally. However, I didn't want to take any videos yesterday for you guys. And so I was like, interesting. And I'm like, that's okay. Yeah, just take it slow. Like, listen, don't take any videos then. But then, guys, my skin, and I've prayed, I've fasted for my skin before, and it gets so good. And then these transitions happen and it's like little bumps. And
not my foot in your face. I'm trying not to itch it. So it's really not that bad, but it'll just have like the texture pops up and the bumps, and it wants me to itch it so bad, but I rebuke. And that's when I'm like, oh, what are you overwhelmed about? Like, I can't deny it. Like, it's giving Job. I'm just kidding. But I'll just be like, okay, girl, be for real. What's wrong? And I just have to have that internal conversation with myself. And I love how God brings people around me that ask the right questions to make me self reflect. My sister was like, how are you doing? And I was like, and I was like super uncomfortable, and it also put into words for me what I was feeling. And then it's like really not that bad. It's like it's great. It's just uncomfortable, and it is what it is. And like you can't, that part never goes away, and like I know that. And so knowing that this feeling doesn't mean anything's wrong, it definitely encourages me just to trust the process. Um so I realized that, what did I send my? Let me listen to what I sent my sister because I don't even remember now. Dude, I know it was amazing revelation, and I was like, yes.
Good morning, sister.
And it's funny because I literally don't realize what I was internally feeling till I start answering her, and I literally am like, oh wait, and it starts coming. I'm like, whoa, Spirit just definitely spoke through this right now. Love that stuff. Love that stuff, guys.
Great. Yesterday I was so drained, so just like, oh my god, I just, I don't even know how to describe it.
Oh, I could put it right here for you guys.
It was like, it was a good crash because of just all the great things God's doing. I just exploded, and I just had to take yesterday to like reset, and today I'm just feeling very, I don't know, I don't want to tie a bad word to it because it doesn't feel wrong. It just feels unfamiliar, uncomfortable. I think I just feel a lot of peace and certainty, honestly, about life, and like everything's gonna be fine. So I'm just not stressed, but it feels like I'm missing something. It feels like I'm doing something wrong.
Literally.
But I know I'm not. So interesting. Actually, just came to this revelation as I talk to you. I feel like I need a counseling session with Alice.
So yes, that's what I felt on yesterday. Yeah, that was yesterday when I went to get view. So that's when I kind of put into perspective of like, okay, this feeling is from peace, right? Because I've been going through so much. It's just like God's given me so much confirmation. He is in every dynamic. He provides every aspect of my life. So it was this like release I finally gave, and with that much peace, it was very unfamiliar and uncomfortable. And then I got view, and it was so good. I got to spend time with her, and she's been so emotional because she spent so much time with her dad. So now she feels extra attached to him, and like I love that they got this time together. And he took a bunch of days off for work. Obviously, they were in Puerto Rico, so she got like that one-on-one all the time with him. So she's just obsessed with him. But it's like I've always wanted that for her, so I can't lie. Like I'm a little happy that she's coming back from this vacation missing her dad. She hasn't talked about anyone else that went, which is not like, if she would, that's okay. But I'm just so happy she loves her dad so much right now. And I'm like, oh God, that's a prayer I've always prayed for. Like she deserves that dynamic from her father. And so I'm just like, yeah, she's very emotional. So it takes a lot of patience. And I'm also like, God, thank you for providing financially so I can be extra present with her and help her through this, season she's in right now. So I pick her up. We're doing great. At first, she's super happy. And she's like, yay, Mom, I love how no one's mad. Like, no one should be mad today. Like, neither of us should get mad. I said, baby, being mad is okay. It's releasing it and giving it to God. Don't think being mad is bad, right? Because I don't want her to tie certain ideologies to certain feelings. And so tell me why like 2 hours later she starts getting so emotional about whatever, about her, it's really her dad and stuff. And then she was being mad for like a bit, like an hour. And I'm like, View, excuse me, ma'am, remember what you said earlier? And she's like, and I'm like, you said, because after I said give it to God, she said, yeah, we just won't be mad for a long time. We won't be mad for a long time if we do get mad. I said, yes, I love that. Okay. So I'm like, you remember you said that? She's like, yes. And I was just like, you said it, not me, girl. And I am trying to work on being happy around her, joyful, peaceful, because I am. God gives me a lot of joy and a lot of peace. And when we were doing a little podcast, I haven't posted it yet. I don't know if I will by the time it comes out, but me and her recorded a little podcast episode. She named the podcast Cherry on Top. It's so cute. And in it, I had her rate how happy she thinks I am from 1 through 10. Guess what she said? I'll insert a clip here of that.
And I feel like, do you feel like me and Daddy are both happy? Like, do we seem happy? No? Why not?
Because whenever I look at my dad, he looks like...
Yeah, he does kind of look like that. Like all the time?
Like, sometimes, like...
We'll pray for him. His thoughts and God. Yes, yes. But do I seem happy?
When you...
Hold the mic up.
Whenever... When we were at home yesterday, and we came back, I saw you... When I opened the door, I saw you were like...
Yeah, sometimes I get overwhelmed. But overall, like, am I happy? Like, do I seem happy most of the time when we're doing our fun things and activities and stuff?
5.
5 out of 10? Interesting. Okay, I received that. Hey, that's your perspective. What's your next question?
You guys, a 5. I'm sorry, that's failing. I'm failing as a mother if overall you think my happiness is at a 5. So I kind of self-reflected on that while she was gone. And I was like, okay, I want to not be fake and not pretend I'm always happy, but be more verbal about when I am happy, what I'm happy about, what brings me happiness. And that, I don't just want to say happiness. That's what I use for her. But I like peace, joy, kindness, right? Those are things that can't be taken away. So that's why I'm trying to be better at like, okay, I was trying to reflect on why when I don't, and I'm being so real with you guys, motherhood, so real. Why when I'm not with her, I'm pretty consistent, like in the peace and trusting God and that, and like I feel so, let's say happy, but joyful, kind. I feel all those things, right? And then when I have her, I notice I am more inconsistent, and I'm like, dang. And then with how her emotions were yesterday, all over the place, I'm like, dang, so are you like this because of that's what I've been teaching you? You know, like so much is going through my head now. And I was just praying yesterday. I was praying so much yesterday. I'm fasting today for her and for just this transition for me as well and for her. Because I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because she was with her dad for 10 days. And so she's extra emotional, which is normal. But I noticed she is short. She's reactive to certain things. And I'm like, she definitely learned that from me because I'm very reactive in certain moments when I'm in certain headspaces. And I'm like, okay, God. So that's kind of what yesterday was. It was just like me reflecting on my environment, really my daughter. And it was me in this new mindset. Like now I have this new peace. So that's what happens every time there's that like revival. The revival involves tying in the revelation. So, okay, refinement, revelation. You take the revelation and that moves you to revival. When you're in the revival, you're using the revelation to create the new dynamic in that revival, in that new life, in that new thing, right? So I'm living my life. I'm in the revival, and I'm like, okay, dang, she was so happy, so this, and now she's down here, and then she'll be okay. I'll get her to laugh and smile, and then it's again, she's usually what triggers her is, dang, that's so me too. Father, that's what it's like dealing with me. Oh my gosh, you're so patient. I'm so sorry. Thanks for letting me through that. She's very reactive. You guys, this is so because of me. Which it's okay. She's 6. We're fixing it. We're going to God. But this is actually hilarious. Also, I'm sorry in the last couple updates, I'm holding the mic and I'm playing with it, so I'm no longer allowed to hold it. I'm making me put it here for your guys' ears because I kept playing with it and it was bothering me. When she is disappointed, or when she, what's that other word? Expectations, but there's a better word. When she creates an expectation and then she's disappointed, or when, just disappointment. That's definitely one. Disappointment is the biggest one with her. And that's what it is with me too. Like, because I'll make a plan, I'll have an understanding, and then it's not what my disappointment would be with God's will, God's plan, and disappointment with myself mainly for like not knowing God's plan better. Like, I'm not disappointing God in the plan because I actually do trust him and I know his is the best. However, I'm disappointed I couldn't guess it. I'm disappointed I couldn't understand it. I'm disappointed I couldn't plan it out perfectly and me and God were like on the same page where like I knew what God wanted, because I think that's what I relate to as controlling, being committed to God, like being devoted to God to me looked like knowing what he wanted, anticipating every step, being ahead of the game, which is like my dynamic that I definitely had with my mom growing up and with all the adults around me. It's like knowing, parenting them and knowing what made them emotional, what made them burst out, what made them regulated. And it was like managing everyone around me. So with God, I definitely try to do that. And so when I don't, I get disappointed, but in myself. So then that disappointment happens, and then I disconnect from the people around me. I like retract. I do that a lot. And especially towards like this season recently, I've been doing it more often just because financially, like things. And so when I try to do something and I think it will provide financially for whatever is needed for my daughter, right? And it doesn't, I start to like retract back and it's like, okay, what's wrong with me? What do I need to do? And I don't want to be like touched. Like my daughter's super affectionate because I'm super affectionate. Like I am an affectionate person. That's how God designed me. But I'm living in sin when I'm in that disappointment and I pull back from God's presence. I pull back from who God designed me to be. And I'm like, okay, baby, don't touch me. I need space. I'll be like, I need space for you. Or like my brother will come and like put his hand on me and I'll feel myself like tighten up and be like, don't touch me, bro. But like I try to hold it in. Or my dad will want to talk to me about stuff and I'm just like, I literally will like force myself to talk to my dad. And I'm like, what if he was dead tomorrow? Would you want to be talking to him or stressed out about you? And I like force myself, but I can feel myself like I don't have time for this, dude. Like I don't have time to talk to you about this. Like I have so much I have to plan and understand. It's like the disappointment of my ability to basically know God's plan causes a disconnect. And then it's like, why would you put that pressure on yourself? And that's this new peace I have. The new peace I have doesn't require me to do all that, everything I just described. So now I feel so stable. Like yesterday, View was like this. And when she's like that, I'm always stable with her. So it's like I felt I was being a good mom. I felt I was showing up because I'm like, she can be like this and I'm always secure. I'm always stable. I'll always be, so she can always be that emotional stability she has and regulate her. But then yet I didn't realize the example I was setting, right? Because when I was like this, I thought I would use my words and be like, baby, I'm just a little emotional, like please. But that's what she was doing yesterday. She used her words, she's like, Mom, I'm emotional, this and that. But the fact I saw her even going through it, I'm like, dang, but you shouldn't be going through all that. Like, certain things aren't that serious, right? And it was like little kid regular things. So I have to give her grace and give her patience because it was the trip. It was missing her dad, but she was nervous. She was sad because my dad got her flowers instead of a toy when she came home. I'm sorry, ungrateful what? And then they let her ride the slide all day at the water park. You have to be like a certain height. They let her ride it, and then at the very end, she only was gonna go 2 more times. They didn't let her go. They swapped shifts, and the girl's like, "Oh, you're too short. Like you can't go." She came bawling her eyes out, and I was like, "Okay, let that emotion come out, okay." But then I was like, I'm glad you got to ride it all day, and I'm glad like that person wasn't there in the morning. So I'm really glad like God gave you that little gift, like you got to ride it all day. She was mad for like an hour. And like then her necklace broke that I gave her, like all this stuff. Things kept happening to this poor girl. And I was like, also I kind of realized like, dang, it is normal to feel things when things are back to back happening. It is also normal to have that fleshy response. So a little bit of both. I'm kind of learning both. It's like where it kind of confirmed. God speaks to me through my daughter all the time. It kind of confirms it's okay. I am feeling what I'm feeling now. I'm feeling in like an adjustment period, right? That between the revelation and the revival, that's where I'm at. It's normal to feel what I'm feeling right now. And it was normal for my daughter to experience disappointment, to have desires and those not be met. Like that's all normal. But it also is showing me how easily influential my state of mind can be and my perception, and how quickly it can be regulated again by going to God. And that's what I kept doing for my daughter. God kept telling me yesterday, like, just pray, have her pray. I did what I always do because I kind of like got in my head. I'm like, oh my gosh, God, like, am I this, am I that, like, what am I supposed to do for her? And I was like, I'm just gonna pray to you. I'm gonna pray to God. So we kept praying, we kept being grateful and all this stuff. And yesterday, I also realized as I felt uncomfortable that morning, before I even got View, so I keep looking at the 10 to 22 minutes, I released the expectation of this having to be a certain time. I'm letting it flow, God. Thank you. So yesterday I woke up already uncomfortable with the peace I was feeling, unfamiliar. And then once I had View, it got even more uncomfortable at the water park. I took a nap. We came home, we watched a movie, I took a nap, which tells you I'm definitely like emotionally going through it because I don't nap. And then we're at the water park. I got the deposit, and that like rocked my world, guys, because I don't want to say I was anticipating it not to work, but I was anticipating it to some sort of pushback, I guess, on what I was offering and what I was charging, or you know what I mean? Like, I was ready for something and I didn't know what. And then when she was like, hey, did you get the dollar I sent? Okay. I was like, yeah, okay. And then she sent the whole deposit. And I was like, one, it challenged every idea in my mind that was there subconsciously that I have to be focusing, hyperfixating, controlling, giving my attention to something for it to flow to me, but in like an unhealthy way. I don't. I just give my attention to God, abundance, alignment, and everything that's meant to be 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4, as I said that. It comes to me. I didn't have to hyperfixate on like, okay, how am I going to get this money? How am I going to get that? Like, how am I going to, for it to come? It just came on God's time in alignment with ease. And then it also contradicted the subconscious belief that you like passive income. Like it's not necessarily passive because I am giving a service and time, but it's helping me believe I can be in mommy family mode at a water park having fun and still have money come in. Like my physical environment, like I don't need to be in an office, I don't need to be in a coffee shop working and making videos, I don't need to be constantly in a certain environment to have that source come in, to have that the wealth come in. God gives us the power of wealth. I'm going to put that verse here. God gives us the power of wealth, and I pray that over myself too. So it was really freeing. It was just so like light. I just felt so much lightness. And then what else? Revelation came in when balance, because I've prayed over this whole year being abundantly balanced. Abba. Abundantly balanced. So that just confirmed, look, that is like the definition of abundantly balanced. Money coming in from my purpose, creating something for someone's wedding special moment, while also being my daughter at a water park with friends from church, having fun, being in the sun. There was dragonflies. I saw a squirrel. That's the second time I've seen a squirrel. I'm gonna look up what that means. I haven't looked yet, but I'm interested to see what a squirrel means. I've never seen a squirrel. Okay, I've seen a squirrel like in movies and stuff and like on vacation, but not really in Arizona. Like, I haven't seen a squirrel in like at least 2 years. Like this whole journey with God, I've not seen a squirrel. So I'll say that. So I'm gonna look at what that means actually. Ooh, I love that. Okay, I'll look it up after I update you guys. Don't let me forget. Any other revelation? Okay, so that was the first initial feeling, like, oh my gosh, this is great, da 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 da. All the revelations, it's like I'm getting more revelations, and so it's just influencing the revival. It's influencing this reality. So I'm with View, just present, and I'm like, whoa. And I felt like I should be doing something. I started thinking about the party, and I'm like, yeah, you just got to this and this. It's good. But I have to release it and trust God, let it flow. I don't need to control that. I don't need to give my attention and hyper fixate on it for that to come to me if it wants to come to me, if God wants it to come for me. This is great, guys. So then, playing with you at the pool, feeling like I need a plan, maybe. Like, I start thinking about the compound and the land and the house I want to build. I start thinking about, okay, God, what do you want me to do with the money? And nothing too crazy, but it just starts growing. And it's like the thoughts are growing. And then I'm like, okay, so, I don't even remember anymore. That's how you know it had nothing, like, it just didn't matter. It really didn't matter. And then I heard God, like, you know what it is? You're used to thinking about how you're going to get money to take care of what View needs that week, right? So usually, like, I'll get enough money to last while me and View are together. It's like I live for the weeks I'm with View. I always live for God and my purpose, but when it comes to money, I don't get money for myself. Like, I don't get money to think of, like, I just started buying myself stuff because it was getting bad. Y'all, I needed underwear so bad. I needed, like, certain things. And I was like, girl, why aren't you getting that? Like, why don't you feel worthy or deserving enough to have your needs met as well? Like, you're never going to receive what you want from God. And he's never going to elevate you if you don't even show that you're worthy of underwear and certain things that you want. Like, what? Get it together. Okay. With love and grace. So, like, getting my nails done, that's been a new fun thing. Getting cheap press-ons and doing that. Just fun things that, like, you're telling me you don't have enough money to pour in yourself $5 press-on nails? No, because you bought that coffee. I stay by myself coffees, and that's the gluttony. It's giving gluttony. You don't mind giving yourself gluttony, feeding the gluttony, but you don't want to go buy a pack of $12 underwear. That's what it's like. That's your choice. Your reality reflects your habits. So it's like, I finally have started to not do this habit, but I used to just make money while I was not, figure out how to make money while I wasn't with View, for money to have just for View when I was with her, and then I would be in my purpose for God. So it's like, God, I'm focusing on you, I'm focusing on View, we're good, and God definitely shifted my perspective in that, so that's been great. So God told me yesterday, this is the first time you're with her and you're not thinking about the money that you need to provide something for her. You have it. You know you have it. You know you have abundance. You know I'm God. You know I'm providing you what you need. You know that everything's working out. You know that everything's flowing. You know God is taking care of her more than I ever could. So that's what God said to me. And I'm like, that's what it is. Yes, my mind's craving to think of something. But oh yes, thank you, Spirit. The emotion, the what's the word? Trying to think. The motivation behind when the dynamic that I'm used to being in isn't giving trust or peace. And that's when I realized that's why I'm like this when I have you, and pretty sustained and consistent when I don't. Because when I have her, I feel I need to control and do this and do that because I have a child to take care of. She every day, so what are we doing today, Mom? And I'm like, it's just, I feel I do need to know what I'm doing every moment. And so it pulls me out of the flow. God gets me in this flow. So then when I have my daughter and she's like, Mom, what are we doing? What are we this? What are we that? Like, and she's looking at me and I'm like, yep, I planned the whole day. We're going to this, we're going to that, we're going to this. And so it definitely pulls me in a different headspace. So then I am more like this, inconsistent, dysregulated. So God was tying all that together. Does this make sense, you guys? This is what's been going on in my brain. I know. I feel like I should write this down. Come in. Hello, my love. I love your makeup.
Hi.
You look so cute. I like the colors you put on your cheek.
Oh, thank you. That was me.
It looks so cute.
Hey, guys. Hi.
My daughter. How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling much more better.
Good, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Felt good doing some makeup?
Yeah.
And you smell delicious.
I put the blue one on.
Ooh, the cloud one? Ooh. Well, how much do I... 20%. Okay, we'll be okay. All right, let me finish my video because I got 19%. And then I'll be done with work and we'll do something. I'll play with you.
Can I go behind your back?
No, because I'm talking about like a lot of stuff and it's like my brain has to kind of focus. We can make do you want to make a video together today?
Yeah.
Yeah? What do you want to make it about? Devo?
Yeah.
Okay, deal.
Mm.
I love you. Did it get on me?
A little.
You're beautifully and wonderfully made. In whose image?
God image.
Amen. That's my baby, guys. I love her so much. She's so cute. And perfect. So what was I saying? So I was on the tanning bed, and V was jumping on diving board, and I was used to putting this kind of energy behind how I plan, what I need to plan, what I need to provide. And it was like a scarcity mindset. It was like, I need to this, I need to like, just very like heightened, like very anxiety driven, very like, I like tapping into that again. It like feels disgusting. Like feeling what I used to feel all the time with her, not all the time again, just when like I would like plan something that would provide and then like certain things. Because obviously I get so much peace from being around my daughter and like just having fun and being present. Like the parts that I love are like more often. But she rated me a 5. So 50-50, you guys. Like half the time I'm this, the other time it's just giving it's giving roller coaster. Like, ugh. So God told me, I was talking to God and I said, God, I don't want to feel the same dynamic, the same motivation, the same, what is the word I just said to you guys? I don't want to feel the same discomfort around planning and being excited for these promises you gave me, because it's a different dynamic. So as I was sitting there in the chair, I'll bring you guys along with me, right? I'm in the chair, I'm sitting. I'm excited I got the deposit. I have like an overflow of money, like right? Overflow to me. I have money in this account. I put some money in savings. I have some money in Apple Pay. I have some money over there. So I have like, you know, different channels. And I'm like, oh, cool, God. Like, this is so cool. So then I'm like, okay, so I want to plan this. I want to plan that. I started getting into that mode. And I said, whoa, God, I don't know if that's right. Like, I think what I'm thinking right now is giving like protector. Like, I'm trying to plan and control and da-da-da. And then I felt God, like, well, it's because you're thinking about money, you're thinking about this and that, you don't have to. And I'm like, okay, that's good. I'm happy I don't have to think about that. I'm happy things flow when I'm in my purpose. I don't have to hyper fixate on that one little aspect. And then I felt, okay, but I want to think about what you did. Like, I'm excited. I want to feel the ease that is with trusting you and the peace and the release I feel. So that's what I want to feel. Does that make sense? It does. Seed planted. So I was talking to God, and it was like, okay, so think of what you're thinking of with that perspective. Yes. So my mindset shift changed when I started thinking about stuff. Naturally, the same, I just looked at 1, 2, 3, 10, 23, 17, but I like 1, 2, 3. On my brother's award date, it's hard to verbalize. It just happens. So like when I'm with my daughter and we're walking around, I'll be present, and all of a sudden I'm like, okay, so I have $20. So that will last me 2 days for this meal and this meal, go to Fry's and buy that, and And then I'm like, okay, and then I know that this money will come in on Thursday. So Thursday I'll have $40. So then 40, I'll be able to, that's how my mind is with my daughter throughout the day. It's randomly like, okay, yep, we're good right now. Okay, but then this day, this. She's going to need food. So I needed that. Okay, yep. And then she needs, let's say, new socks for school. So I need to make sure that. There's so many things I'm constantly like, okay, I'm good right now, but I'm going to need this. I'm going to need that. I need to budget this. Like, that's how I normally am. And there's this, like, that feeling behind it. Like, are you going to get it? Do you have enough? Can you do it? Can you do it? That's what's tied with it. So as I'm at the pool, we're walking around. I'm like, oh my God, I just got this deposit. Oh my gosh, I get to plan this now. Oh my gosh, it was great. I was thinking of great things. Abundance was coming in, but the emotion behind it, was discomfort. There's a specific word I'm trying to think of. The motive. That's what it was. The motive behind it was the same feeling. Okay, are you gonna this? Are you gonna that? Like, and I'm like, I don't want to, no, I rebuke. So then that's when I switched. And I'm like, yay, thank you God for the money. Thank you this. Thank you God for aligning this. Thank you God for continuing. So it's like, that felt really hard and uncomfortable, but I did it. That was a lot to try to explain that. I'm so sorry. Hopefully I can edit this so that it's, yeah. I don't know why I think when you guys watch this, you're going to be like, get to the point. So if you're not, thank you. But if you are, use that 2x speed, 2x speed to get through it. So the day ended great. I woke up today. I love that I know I've been emotionally overwhelmed because of my skin, but I'm really proud I haven't reverted back in a way that is that big of a setback. It's more of just like being still, going slow. I'm not reverting back to old ways. So it's like I'm still slowly staying in the revival, so that's super nice. I'm not reverting back too much. I will say I don't feel like getting ready. I didn't really feel like taking videos yesterday, so there's still like a little disconnect, but I'm here taking a video today. So it's like, Kaya, one day's okay. I didn't feel like doing my hair, but I made myself because I'm also trying to take care of my hair. And if I put it up in a ponytail so many days, like breakage, so I just cut a line down the middle into 2 poofy buns. It's pool hair, so it's like I can't do a lot. And I remember as I was doing, I was like, I don't care. And that's how I know I'm still adjusting. Because I'm like, I love pouring into my hair and like getting ready. I barely did my edges, you guys. The back is no one's business. Because the line didn't care. I almost wanted to go to the park this morning with my daughter in my pajamas with no bra on. That's how I know, like, ooh, you're really just not caring, girl. Like, you're overwhelmed. But I'm like, forcing myself to show up in ways I know help regulate me so that I'm not so that the transition to this revival is what it is. It's amazing. It's peaceful. It's abundance. That's what it is. I read my Bible this morning, you know, things, just all those things that I know help regulate me. I had a one-on-one today, not that long because he was at work, so he's going to call me back. Doing, it also feels really good when I continue being in the alignment God brought to me on those days I don't have my daughter, and then when she comes, I'm still in it. It's not like I shut off, because that's like a subconscious thing. Like, I need to shut me off to be a good mom, or to be present, or to be what View needs. And it's like, that's the opposite. I need to be who God made me to be and show that to View, right? Because we're all realizing, you guys, that like, it doesn't matter what we tell our kids, teach our kids, it's how we live and how we show up. So also feeling great today. I was with her in the bed and I'm like, I need to do something alone. And I came in here and I'm like, okay, this feels really good. And that's what's nice. It's nice that being in my purpose feels like I'm refilling my cup. Oh, I'm gonna cry. And that's like my goal in life, is like, what you give your attention to and what you pour into should be something that's pouring into you as well as you do it. I'm doing this for you guys to share, so hopefully these conversations will help plant a seed and help you self-reflect on like habits or ideologies you've made. But genuinely, this fills my cup up so much. Like, so much. So I know I'm in my purpose. I know I'm in my purpose doing this. So honestly, anyone's response, good or bad, doesn't matter. But it does have an impact. The good ones. The bad ones, I don't care. The good ones, you guys saw my Christ comments. And like, so many great things are happening. So, but I've been cleaning. Like, before, when I would get into these transition seasons, I would stop like cleaning, I would stop washing my face. It's like I would start like, and then I would look around and then my environment wouldn't reflect a new life either. So then it's like, it would just cause more confusion. So I'm still cleaning, I'm picking up my room, I'm putting my laundry away, like, and so it's just, I'm good. And as I was speaking to you guys right now, I also realized I've been feeling this weight to like plan, this pressure to like, okay, what am I going to do with the land? Where am I going to live? Like, I don't have my own space here, right? Like, I'm in my dad's room and he sleeps in it's all these things. So I'm like, I don't have a space that's not a bedroom. Like, I want an office or like a living room that I can be in. That's, my dad's not watching his like depressing serial killer stuff. So I'll start like, okay, I want this, I want that. And I had the money, didn't know what God wanted me to do with the money, and the girl from the coaching company that helps like start it and get it up, I remember on the call saying, do you have any money? And I was like, no. And then, she messaged me saying, I'm here to support you. And you guys know, like, a word popping out to me lately has been support. So I felt like, okay, I'm just going to tell her how much I got, and if it leads somewhere. So I said, I just got paid $200, because I don't want to give her all the money. So I was like, I got paid $200. Can we start? And then, you know, there's certain dynamics that create money once you start. So I'm like, you can take the money from that and use it. So I'm talking with her about that. And then I start, okay. And then I felt right now, as I was talking to you guys, okay, it will flow to me. I'm really excited for a new place. I'm really excited for all the things. Also, this content, I've been posting a lot of content and I feel behind for some reason because all these videos are stacking up. And I was really excited to start that one-on-one coaching with the social media manager. She hasn't reached out yet, and I know she's going through it, but she hasn't reached out, and I was really excited to get help with that, like posting. And then I heard God said, you're barely in your purpose for real. Like, you're barely consistently getting in the flow of posting the videos on the YouTube, and you already want to like pawn off one of the things to someone. Like, be excited you get to do it. And I'm like, okay, let me stop. Let me be grateful. See, that's when it's like, I got excited. Like, oh, the one-on-one coach, and she's gonna help me with this. I'm gonna do that. And it hasn't happened yet. So now I'm like disappointed. And I'm like, but it's like, it doesn't matter if it didn't happen. Because I love posting the videos. It's definitely just, it felt overwhelming to me to be able to post, 4 videos on social media a day, post on YouTube every day, and be a mom, and do this event planning, and do my one-on-one coachings. And I really want to email CCV about the Revealing Revival, like capturing the baptisms, and just making sure my dad's good and my brother's good because of that whole dynamic. My dad's doctor's appointments and the surgery coming up. and also being present and having church and being present with people in my life, right? Like God's been bringing me people. So like my sister's going through it. I'm helping her, but she also pours into me. I don't want it to seem like a burden, ick, like everyone's great, but that's a perspective. You have to speak about it how you want to feel about it. The person I met on the walk, like, loves chatting it up, sends super long messages, and she'll send a long message and I'm like, oh, whoa. And I won't answer all day, and then I'll send a voice memo, and then I'm like, no, I want to pour into this. So it's just like being grateful for what God's brought and stewarding it right, and not letting the 8, 9, 10 things that I've been doing pile up and become a burden. And it's also giving myself grace, and it's like, if something does feel overwhelming, don't do it for the day. Follow the joy, follow the peace. I didn't record yesterday, and that was the thing I had to drop off to handle all the other things. And so that's just that's what it might just be, and that's okay. And then when I don't have my daughter, I'll pick something else up. I'll pick a couple things up. And then if my daughter is doing certain things and it flows, I'll pick other things, Or maybe one day I'm like, spend the day with your papa, my dad. I'm going to go do this, and I'm going to do all this other stuff and drop my daughter off some. It's just not letting the idea of actually having and being in the abundance create the dynamic of, I'm not enough, I need help, I'm overwhelmed. Like, that's an ideology. That's not a feeling tied to abundance. That's tied to pressure. God's yoke is light. So, whew, that felt so much to get off my chest. That felt like so much. I just got off my chest, guys. It feels so good. I feel so chill again. I feel a lot better. See, it's like therapy. If you haven't yet, start talking to your camera, guys. Make video diaries. Even if you don't post them on YouTube, make video diaries. It feels great. So, there are things I need to write out and take out of my brain. I know when I am super excited about things, it's a beautiful gift, but like leaving them in my brain, it feels like a hindrance and a weight, and it feels like a prison. So I'm going to write all the things that I've been really feeling I want to plan and give my attention to. And then I feel that lightness, and then God lets it flow. And like, I'm looking at something, God says, write it on a tablet, make it clear. I live by that. So I do know there's certain things I'm thinking about, so I'm going to write it on here, make it clear. I've been posting my Revealing Revival again, which I realized I wasn't doing. 3%. I realized I wasn't posting my Revealing Revival videos because I was definitely feeling uncomfortable, and it's hard. It's so vulnerable. So also that was, I think, why I was so tired. I posted my Revealing Revival yesterday, and yeah, it's just a lot sharing where I was, and like, I kind of judge myself of like, girl, you were so wrong about this, because like, I know where I'm at now, but it's also beautiful because I'm like, wait, all that brought me to where I'm at now. So like, was it wrong? Was anything wrong? Is anything we ever do wrong when we're right where God wants us? Or where God knew we would be, right? Maybe we're not all right where God wants us, like where he would choose, but we are where he knew we would be. So we align in his plan because he knows how to get us where he wants us. And I know I always seek him and his guidance and desire to be obedience and discipline. So as long as that's my desire and I lead in truth and action and let the Spirit guide me, I'll be okay.